Hi everyone, this is Diane. I'm ready to show you the Mickey Mouse journals that I have created for my daughter and for myself to use for our Disney trip that's coming up. We're flying out in 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. So I know that there are more details to be done and I want to make a tie. I have these two little slide pieces that I might use to put a tie around these, but for now let me show you what I have done. I don't remember now whose this is. Oh, this one is Judy's, and you've seen the covers because I did the covers on the videos, and so that's the patchwork cover. And let me tell you what the measurement is. It is 7 by 10. I don't know how many pages are in here, but there are 5 signatures. So I put this on the inside, and I will put something here so we can write our name and the dates that we were at Disney World. So you've seen some of it. I made these little pockets on camera out of fabric that I had. I added these little fabric tickets too, which I haven't done in my journal, but I will. I pulled this fabric so I can make sure to remember to do that. So I just put some yellow tags in here, and I've been using the tickets that came out of this little book. It's actually just note paper that my daughter actually bought at Disney World on one of, I think it was her first trip to Disney World, and she brought this home to me. So I use them throughout the journals. I added a ruffle and those little daisy appliques. Some stamping here on the white space. There's a lot of red, black, white, and then I added yellow, and then there's some blue and green also because there's other scrapbook papers that have the blue and the green. This is a computer printer paper that has embossed border. And greetings. Mickey is going to greet us at Disney World. This was just a flap part of a manuscript, music manuscript paper, so I attached this paper to it, added the ribbon and this label, and I added some brads to the label. She had given me a pack of hot off the press Mickey Mouse paper or Disney World paper that came with a collection of brads and the ribbon and stickers and punch outs. So this is one of the punch outs and the brads and the ribbon. There's one of the tickets. That hot off the press paper had been in her collection for years. I added Alice here from a coloring book. Here's Donald from the same coloring book. He can be journaled on. And I inserted some vintage papers for writing on. This is a bridged score sheet. This is wallpaper. And this came with a Simple Stories paper collection that I had, that I got from the craft booth. And I thought it was perfect for these journals with all the bright colors and the dots. This paper was part of the collection Judy gave me, and it's a vellum with these swirly, see, you can see there is a Mickey Mouse head there. And I put it over the striped paper that also came with the set. And this Mickey Mouse brad came with the set. Actually, the 2 buttons are the brads holding him to this red circle. So that's the back of the wallpaper. She also had some Mickey stamps to let me use. Let me get myself in camera here. So images like this are punch outs from the kit, and I used some strips of leftover paper. This is one of the papers that has Mickey Mouse heads. And there's the mini stamp. There's a tab with Mickey head on it. The band played on. We're definitely going to be hearing some band music in the parades, I'm sure. There was a sheet of sticker labels, cardstock labels, So this one is Mickey heads and his little gloves, M's for Mickey. And I found these decals at the flea market this year. And it's Walt Disney World, which is my side of the country in Florida, which is where we're going. So instead of trying to use the decal as a decal, I just glued the whole card onto a piece of cardstock and made a pocket. I made some large tags and I showed some of those on video. There's one of the Brads with a Mickey head. And this was just cut from some scrapbook paper that she had. And there is Tinkerbell from one of the embossing folders that I found at the craft booth, and a vintage sheet from a ham radio operator's logbook. So that was the first signature. The second signature has a bingo card that I decorated with various things. And this is a game sheet, so that can be written on. And then there was another 12 by 12 paper that had a lot of these squares in different shapes. I mean, different sizes and colors, and with the characters. So I cut that up and made them into tags and pockets and things. My daughter's husband likes Goofy, so I thought I'd put the Goofy in hers. This is a printer paper also. And I left lots of blank areas for us to write our memories and to glue down pieces that we pick up. I just added a colorful playing card there. This is one of her stamps, To Infinity and Beyond. It's Buzz Lightyear. And I had some little square pieces that were cut off from the paper, so I just trimmed them down to, I think they're 1.5 inches, and just embellished the edge with some of the little pieces that came in the punch outs. There's Buzz again, and some more of those little pieces. Here's another ticket. This paper is actually vintage. It is kind of crumpled up, and it had a stain here that wasn't very attractive, so I put the little dancing mushroom from Fantasia. I don't know. Oh, I know what's supposed to be there. I didn't know where to put it, so I put it somewhere else. There it is. The other embossing folders that I had was Mickey's, so it has some lines for writing. But this is a roll of paper that a music store in my town, I know it was there when I was a kid, but by the time I got married and moved out here, it was not Armstrong Music Store. There was another music store, and it was called the Music Box, and I don't even know if it was in the same location. But anyway, this paper was from the Armstrong Music Store from when I was a kid, and it was just a roll of paper that they must have wrapped around things that were purchased. And I don't remember if I paid for it, but somebody saved it for me at the flea market. He got it out of his truck for me, and I was thrilled to have it. Just put a little washi tape there. It's just a little deli type of paper, maybe a cake, to put a cake on. This is a tag. It says start here. We're always gonna start here, find the line to stand in. And just a cute find a rhyme card. And I made this pocket with a fabric that I picked up at Walmart, a fat quarter, with another fabric behind it. And this is a ledger page from an engineer's time book, and just a black and white flowered tag that I made. It was from scrapbook paper. And a to-do list. I had 2 of these sheets left, so I glued them to cardstock and made a nice big tag out of it. Third signature has a peanut bag on the front. You'll notice that each of the signatures has some sort of a ruffle or trim at the beginning. And I tucked this red printed time card in there. And another one of the Simple Stories cards. This is a smaller Simple Stories card. It says perfect. And this is wallpaper here. And a card that says High Note with some musical notes on it. And this is a game card, a vintage game card. I did have a couple of fabric clusters that I had made, and I didn't make any more. So there are 2 in Judy's journal, and I'm hoping to make some to put in mine, and I might make at least 1 more for hers. I just don't know. These journals took me way longer than I expected them to. I've been working on them for 2 weeks. And I know that may not sound like a long time, but I did more in these than I intended to. But I do that all the time. I say I'm not going to do much to these, and then I end up doing a lot. But I just had other things going on too, so it just took me a long time. So that's why I'm showing it to you when it might have more stuff to be done in it. This is a bingo game card. I don't know how to play it. I only had a couple of these cards, but I liked the colors with this journal. This is wallpaper with apples on it, and I was thinking Snow White when I pulled the apple papers for these journals, but it's not going to go with the princess journals that I make, I don't think, because they'll have more pastel colors. So I just went ahead and put them in these journals. We have Jessie from Toy Story, and I had these little wooden stamps. They look like wood strips nailed together for the corners. They're cute. Fireworks here with Mickey in the middle. And there's Woody, and I put a Bambi coloring page in here. This was one of the punch outs from that set she gave me, and another of my tickets, and a tiny little tag. Did I already have that paper or fabric as a pocket? I don't remember where I saw it. Oh no, it was Mickey. Okay, good. There's Minnie on black polka dots. And a bag. I have these in my shop in different colors if you're interested. There's 40 bags in a pack. And there's a bridge score pad. And I could just tuck that right in this pocket, so she can use it wherever she wants. And there's a blank card that she can use to glue things to or write on. This signature, this is signature number 4, and it has a popcorn bag at the beginning. And this card, just a red card to glue things to or write on. And this rosette trim. And I stamped here and glued a ribbon down. This was part of the cutouts, and it wouldn't go horizontally, so I made a vertical belly band with it and tucked a bingo card in there. It has a spot for journaling. It's very sturdy, and I think because of the weight of it, it wants to slide out, so I just put a paper clip on it. There's a Crazy 8 card, another ruffle. And these I just clipped to a page so she can use them. There's a die cut scallop circle and some dry cleaning tickets, red and black and white. I like these little silhouettes here, Mickey and Minnie. This is just a vintage note paper. I had a little tablet of these. It's poultry and dairy feeds, and I just liked it in here. And there's another ticket. Got lots of tickets. Some more stamping here. This is the fun Mickey Mouse that I made with my die cut pocket, and I added some punched circles for the ears and the buttons. And then I made this tag to put in there with a sticker. There's another ticket and a little tag and some tickets. Fun stuff. Last signature has this lace piece and this pocket that I made with I don't think it was a full sheet that she gave me, but it was leftover pieces. I had enough to make two pockets, and I stamped this label and put one of the punch out Mickey heads on it to go along with those Mickey heads. And here is another piece of the radio operator's logbook and a page from, I think, it opens, an appointment book. Here's another of those bags with a journal card in it, glued to a piece of copy paper. This is wallpaper, and I covered the back of this wallpaper. I didn't do all of them. I don't remember if there are 2 or 3 wallpaper pieces in each journal, but anyway, I just had some lined papers and I just collaged them on there. This is a certificate of completion for a piano student's book. There's a Dumbo sticker. So I had Dumbo the coloring book and Dumbo here, sticker in her book because she loves Dumbo. That says Photo Zone. And here I had 2 or 3 of these miniature Mickey cards that I've had for a long time. And I found them, so I was able to use them. I'll have to finish gluing that on. Looks to me like I put the glue on the wrong side of the card. Let's get the pin in the hole. Okay. And then here's another piece of that scrapbook that had all the colored rectangles and squares. Love that. And another tag that I made with a yellow Mickey Brad and one of the punch outs. I did that on a video. And I also did the bingo cards on a video. I think you have to just kind of stack them and then put them in because they get caught on each other. And here's just a little medallion that I die cut, and I added one of each of the little ribbon pieces that came with that scrapbook kit. There's a ticket, one of the punch outs, and journaling card, and another of the note tickets. Got lots of tickets in our journals. I've been saving that book for years. Oh, where are we? There we go. But I have used it here and there throughout the years. This is another of the embossing folders with Mickey and Goofy and Donald. I made a pocket with black cardstock and rickrack, and this was another scrapbook paper that she gave me. It's cardstock. I didn't have to do anything to it, but cut it around the corners, and I added fabric tab to the top. And this is some kind of a card tag. It's perforated right here. This could be decorated or just written on. And then on the back we have the mini fabric, and I just added this piece of Mickey paper. I put a red cardstock behind it. I think on this fabric it would have been better to do black, but I was just looking at this, and so I did the red. But it's fine. It just gives a little something extra, kind of separates all these little Mickeys from the printed paper or fabric. So that one's Judy's. Let me show you mine. I can do that one more quickly. We have pretty much the same elements. I did the same kind of design, but I just kind of switched the positioning of the fabric pieces. I used the same trims. And on mine, I put Minnie on the inside front because I have Minnie here. So I have Donald and the loaded questions game. And this one also had a stain, so I put Bashful and the little Dutch puppets. This reminded me of It's a Small World. This is from the Walt Disney Mother Goose Golden Book. So I don't know what nursery rhyme this was. I don't remember. But anyway, that reminds me of It's a Small World. And I love that ride. So I might put maybe some pictures of that there. Here's one of those rhyme cards. It says, wait. Start here and wait. There's the fabric pocket and the same sorts of inserts. Same here. And there's the apple paper I used in mine. And this is a different cutout, punch out. I used one for her that had Mickey on it, but it was this long. So I took these two pieces and put them together to make my little tuck spot. And there's my Tinkerbell. And this is a Sayre High School excuse card. I think I have one. I pulled out two of these so I can put one in Judy's card, because I don't need an excuse. I can skip work anyway, anytime I want to, but she had to take vacation time, so that's her excuse card. Or it will be when I put it in her journal. And I didn't have the cool Mickey thing for mine, so I just punched that with a border punch. There's Bambi, a Bambi card. It'll be fun to fill these up. Here's my Mickey card. This is one of the punch outs. There's a Mickey Brad. This is wallpaper. And I put on my bag, I put one of the journal cards and this little image of Bambi from the Mother Goose. This is Jack Sprat. No, this is Jack Be Nimble. There was a candle there. He was jumping over the candlestick, but I cut that out. So he's supposed to be Jack Sprat. No, Jack Be Nimble. And I glued this bag to the short piece of the manuscript paper. This is a music page, and it's the hurdy-gurdy man making the music with his little hurdy-gurdy machine, and I thought that was perfect. Wonder if I got glue from here onto here. I thought that was perfect for an amusement park. And there's the carousel. Judy got Dumbo, and I got the carousel horse. This is a little Donald Duck punch out. It says, remember the magic. And there's my square. I can't wait to show it to her. I asked her, sent her a text and asked if she was busy as soon as I was done. And she didn't answer right away. And then when she saw my text, she said they were on their way to Shore Sisters to buy pumpkins. So I have to wait. Here's another punch out. She has some more punch outs. I'm just going to give them all to her in an envelope so she can use them. There's a few more left. And I might look for a sticker pack or something at Hobby Lobby the next time I go. Oh, sorry, that was my dryer. There are a couple of the punch outs there. Oh, I do have Dumbo in mine. Oh, I put Bambi in hers. That's right. I have Dumbo coloring page. And that's the vellum paper. And she had a Mickey, and his buttons were Brad's. But this is a castle, and the little banners that hang, the pennants, are Brad's. I better glue that down better. And there's Jiminy Cricket. I needed another piece of wallpaper, so I just took these two cut-off pieces and glued them together. So I have to make the ties and put something here for us to write our names and dates. And I have to make a tag for back here and sign it, at least for hers. So I love these. I think she's going to enjoy hers, and we're going to have fun filling them up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you're having a creative day. Bye.